What's up, everybody? Today we're taking a look at a DC Multiverse Superman. This is the Dark Knight's Death Metal Superman, so it will go along with the collection to build the Darkfather figure. We already have the Robin King, Wonder Woman, and Batman unboxed, so this is the last figure that we've got to do, and then we will be able to get Darkfather put together. As you can see here in the box, he comes with Darkfather's arms. He does come with the Superman character, as well as an additional right and left hand. It looks like he's got a figure stand down in there, as well as the playing card or card in the back of the box. As we turn it around to the side, you can see Superman, Dark Knight's Death Metal. Around to the back, we've got some pretty cool artwork. I do wish that this was a comic book picture instead of like a photograph or an AI generated image of the toy, but either way, it's cool. It shows what he looks like posed up. I'm just kind of a fan of that comic book looking photo that they sometimes put on the back of the boxes. As you can see, he is part 2 of the Build-A-Figure, part 1 being Robin King, part 3 being Wonder Woman, and part 4 being Batman. And as I said, we already have those guys unboxed, so at the end of this, once we get him pulled out of the box and everything, we'll bring those guys in to kind of compare, see how the set looks together, excuse me, and take a look at all the different pieces we've got for Darkfather. So let's go ahead and get this guy pulled out of the box. So we can see here he's got the normal DC figure stand, and then he's got his card right here in the top, and we will go ahead and get those pulled out in just a second. But first, let's see what we got to do to get old Superman out of here. Looks like the hands are just going to pop out. Ridiculous the amount of plastic and work in getting this guy out of there. Blows my mind that they feel like they need to do all that. And then we'll put Darkfather's hand back up in there. As you know, this is the last figure that we need to unbox out of this set, so we can put Darkfather together. So it'll be exciting to get that video done as soon as we get this completed. So it looks like he comes with 2 additional hands, and the pegs are going to be different on these hands, so that's a little bit different. This hand's going to plug in differently than this one. I'm not sure why they don't use the same type of joints on all the figures. That's really weird to me. Something with the Masterverse figures, other than once they started making these pegs bigger, they were all the same. They were all universal. You could pop and swap hands back and forth. You can't even... These are just so weird, the way that they've done these. But we're going to give them a shot. We're going to take a look at them. That's a really crazy looking, graspy, pointy, bendy, but really detailed little hand there. We'll set those off to the side and the band. And now we can take a closer look at Superman here. And as far as he goes, we're going to start with his head, and he will look to the left. He will look to the right. He can look down to about there and up about that far, just due to he's got some hair back here. It's not actually as long as I thought it was. And then the arm will rotate all the way around. They will go up to there, They do have a bicep swivel right here, but as you can see, that bad boy is really stiff and it's kind of turning without the elbow, which is really weird because now the arm is kind of misshapen. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. The bicep swivel's turning in the socket, but as you can see, the forearm's not turning. So kind of different as far as that goes. It does have a single jointed elbow here. Seems like he can reach up to touch his head if he wants to. His wrist is going to rotate all the way around, and then it can go in forward as well as rotate back out. Let's go ahead and try to pop that out. And it did just pull right out. And we'll go ahead and see what the more grasping like hand. Yeah, it just snapped right into place. Really easy, no trouble. But I think we are going to keep the fist in this side. I just wanted to pop that joint out and try it because I haven't messed with a joint like that before. But I think we are going to keep this fist with the Superman knuckle duster. And then this hand, I feel like we're going to go ahead and pull that out. And then we're going to slide in this creepy, pointy looking hand here because I kind of like that. It's just a little different. On with his articulation, you can see he does have a diaphragm cut here. And my Superman's just looking weird. I don't know if you can see that, like how dented in he is there. Here, it looks like almost like it melted, or there got to be something wrong with him. Let's spin it. Yeah, his torso was actually, I believe, spun around backwards. Yeah, that's the back of his shirt. So somehow he got spun all the way around, and that's why he was so silly looking. So back to this ab crunch. That's quality control for you there at McFarland. So we can look, crunch down, crunch way back, crunch to the right, crunch to the left. Now that we have this articulated correctly, it seems to be working just fine. We do have the swivel at the waist. He can do a full split, the kind that makes Jean-Claude Van Damme jealous. He can split out pretty far front and back. We do have a double jointed knee. As you can see there, big old double jointed knee. He does have a little bit of articulation in his shoe. He can go back and forth and the toe is articulated. But as far as his boot pointing down and up, that's about as far as you're going to get right there. Just because these big old strappy things that are going around his boots, just to kind of make them look more, I guess we'll say, metal. And by metal, I mean heavy metal. I don't mean metal, you know, as in metal. So there he is standing up, and we are going to go ahead and get a couple of his companions pulled in here with him, and then we'll take a closer look at the group and go over my final thoughts. Alright, so here is the whole wave pulled in together. We've got Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, and King Robin right here. One thing that we did not take a look at was Superman's card. It says Superman, Dark Knight's Death Metal. As we flip it around to the back, real name, Kal-El, Clark Kent, adoptive name, 6 foot 3 inches tall, 235 pounds. Following the universe-shattering events of Dark Knight's metal, the Earth is enveloped by the dark multiverse and is transformed into a hellish landscape, twisted beyond recognition. Now Superman has been separated from Batman, Wonder Woman, and the other DC superheroes, and is being held captive in a solar prison on New Apocalypse. He must fight to survive so that he can reunite with his fellow heroes and save the DC multiverse. So pretty good card, and it does say he's 6 foot 3. Batman was 6 foot 2, so that explains why he does appear to be a little bit taller than Batman. We will also go ahead and slide the card into one of these protective cases. You know, we do that every time. I suggest you do the same. These things can be picked up real cheap at Walmart, Target, or online. It's just a little top-loading sleeve that protects your card. So now that we've got all of these characters unboxed and we're taking a look at them, I would have to say that I'm kind of torn between the Wonder Woman and the Batman figure as far as my favorite. I do like the Superman in this, and I like basically everything but the boots. I wish the boots were a little bit less, but I understand that heavy metal look that they were going for. As far as articulation, these three all articulate great. The Robin King was a little lackluster in the articulation. He did not have as much articulation as the other guys did. However, it does still say 22 points of articulation on his box, even though I was unable to find those 22 points. But either way, we are ready now to get the final character built, the Dark Father Build-A-Figure. So that will be the next video coming up, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments which one of these guys is your favorite. Robin King's definitely good looking, but just posability and stuff, he was the least posable. I'm really liking the way that Wonder Woman has that kind of swords and sorcery look to her, but the Batman is probably going to hold his own as my favorite in this line. The only complaint I have about that is the lack of detail in the guitar, but that's something we can handle on our own with just a little bit of dark washes. So don't forget to subscribe to the video, turn all the notifications on, give this one 2 thumbs up, or, 1 thumbs up, because if you double tap it, it's basically like not giving it a thumbs up. So just give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to tell someone you love them.